I was born and raised in Bluebell, Pennsylvania, which is right outside of Philadelphia. I went to St. Joe's Prep, which is in Philadelphia. I ran cross country, played basketball, and ran track in high school. I went to Penn State. I ran cross country and track at Penn State. My coach, Harry Groves, was actually the coach here at William & Mary back in the 60s, so he was very influential in what I've done in my he actually got me my first college coaching job and got me into coaching. He was a big part of actually, I was a walk-on at Penn State, so keeping me around and getting me into the program and stuff like that. So. After I graduated from Penn State, I went and coached at University of Penn. Was the assistant coach there for 4 years. Worked with the men and the women, 800 to 10,000 meter runners. And then after that, I went to Providence College and got to work at Providence College. Worked with some of the middle distance and distance runners, but also got to work with the throwers and the sprinters and jumpers. So kind of diversified myself a little bit, but. It was 4 years at Providence College. We had some good programs while at Providence, and then moved on, and now going into my second year at William & Mary. The school itself has a great reputation academically and athletically. In the running world, William & Mary has a very good name. I think having Coach Groves as a coach who coached here, I knew a lot about the program. Ran against William & Mary a lot, so I had a lot of friends that, went here and competed here, and there was nobody really had anything negative to say about the place. It was always positive things. The location of where the campus is located, the history of the program, the type of school it is, the academics, education that you don't get here is kind of what you're looking for in terms of a program. When you're recruiting kids, you want to be available to them to offer them a great education, a great place to train, and having a rich tradition. I think it's its own little town. I think it's not too many days you get up and you go down the street and there's people dressed up in 1700 costumes, and but then you go down the street and you're in some very nice neighborhoods. I think the weather down here is very positive for the runners, in terms of the warm weather. The locations in terms of having trails on campus and having places, state parks that are in running distance from campus, and then the Colonial Relays is a big attraction. We have over 50 schools that come each year for the Colonial Relays, and it's one of the marquee races in April on the East Coast. A good place to visit, I guess, would be home. It's always good to go back home. So. I'd say my parents inspired me the most. My parents were, always supportive of me. My dad supported me, and was always the athletic side and pushing me on that side, and my mom on the academic side, being the teacher that she is. So I always had the best of both worlds of encouragement in that, and so and they supported all my decisions and what I wanted to do, and I don't think I would be here right now without them. I go home, hang out with the family, love to go golfing, just relax, because you don't get to do that much. I don't think there's been many challenges. I think the kids bought into what I was doing really quick. We had a lot of good results early. I think that it's the challenge is getting kids into school and getting them to run fast. And I think you don't have that anywhere. But with such an academic standard here, you're really looking for the cream of the crop. So you're really looking for that special person.